So what we will discuss today is we will discuss cloud formation. So what is cloud formation actually? Okay. In this everyday environment, right? In these many 10 instances are 10 EBS volumes. Let's say for example, you wanna create an instance for testing purpose one day, and you can create an instance, and you can, after testing, you can terminate your instance. If you do it manually, right, there is going to be, maybe may not be. For example, if you cook chicken curry, right, example, if you cook chicken curry, and one time you will get it like very tasty things like that, and next time you will use same quantity, 1 kg of chicken curry, same amount of salt, same amount of uh, not sugar actually, chill powder and garlic paste, whatever. And if anybody vegetarian in this class, and just ignore me, but next time after 2 days I would want to cook the same chicken curry in this with the same recipe and same taste. Do you think it's going to be happen? Maybe, may not be. Okay. So sometimes human can make mistakes, but when you do automation, right, when you do automate things, for example, if I write a code, if I write like simple cloud formation stack to create an instance, and I will get it done. Next time when I use the same automation script, same cloud formation stack to create one more instance, right, it is going to be the same instance. It's not going to be the different, because I'm not doing it manually. If I do manually, if I pick the wrong subnet, maybe if I pick the wrong security group, if I pick the wrong volume type, it is going to be a mistake, right? That's a human mistake, right? So for that kind of purpose, let's say I need only one server, I can do it manually. What else if I want 100 servers, right? And what else if I want to have 100 server for different environments, right? So for most of the companies, they use automation scripts to provision their infrastructure. When I say provision, everything, like everything that we did, create an instance, you could automate using CloudFormation. Provision lambda function, you could use CloudFormation. CloudWatch alarm, you could use CloudFormation. Create EBS volumes, CloudFormation. Snapshots, CloudFormation. We did it using Lifecycle Manager, which is very good automation task compared to CloudFormation. But if they don't have any alternative, they could use cloud, things like that. Not only, you could use IAM as well. So there are a lot of things. People will ask, like, hey, what is the configuration management tool, or what is the automation tool, scripting language that you are familiar with? And people say, like, a cloud formation stack, I've been working with a cloud formation and things like that, for example. Okay. So what this guy say, speed up cloud provisioning with infrastructure as a code. Infrastructure as a code. Whatever we are doing here, this is a, whatever we are building here, the whole AWS is nothing but infrastructure. The whole AWS is infrastructure as a service. We are buying the infrastructure. They are providing the infrastructure service actually. And what we are doing, we are using their infrastructure and we are paying for it, like a Microsoft Outlook. We take Outlook account and we pay for that account for a certain period of time, like a Zoom, like a software as a service, right? For example, Zoom, or Outlook, Gmail is also software as a service, but we don't pay anything. And they will use Gmail like it's a free account and things like that, because they're going to make money on top of ads, and they're going to capture the data, who is communicating with whom and things like that. That's how Gmail make money. Okay. So we are going to automate this infrastructure, and we are going to use a simple cloud formation stack. Okay. And I can explain the cloud formation stack, what exactly it will do. Okay. And we are going to do the simple operation that we did with a lambda, and we are going to have simple CloudFormation stack to provision 2 lambda functions and create a custom policy and create an IAM role and use that IAM role with the custom policy and create 2 CloudWatch alarms and everything. We are going to have one script to do all those things. Let's go to AWS Lambda documentation with example. For example, let's see. Okay. Lambda function with example. Is this a link that we did? Okay. This should be the link, I guess. Is this the one? No. Let's go to, because we will have that code over there. Create a lambda function with a console. No, not lambda function. Okay. It should be, let's go to content. Where is that lambda function that we worked on? S3 bucket IAM Jenkins. Implement a backup strategy. Do you guys have that video, the lambda function video actually?
Someone posted in chat.
Aishwarya shared that link. Vishnu.
Yeah. So we are going to use this link. Okay. Thank you so much, Aishwarya. So we referred this link to create 2 lambda functions. One is to stop the instance and one is to start the instance, right? And what we did, we wrote like a custom Python script, and we wrote custom policy to get permissions like EC2 permissions and lambda not lambda CloudWatch permissions to the lambda function and everything. And this whole thing has been automated in this documentation. That's why I would want to use the same documentation actually. Okay. If I go all the way down, right? For example, if I do all the way down, actually that's it. Lambda function with a CloudWatch alarms reserved instances. No, this is not it actually. Okay, let's find out that link actually. Provision, because I really want to use that lambda function with CloudFormation. Okay. Let's see. No, this is not. I should have that link. Actually, no, this is not the one actually. With example, this is how you guys, look for the things actually. Maybe this kind of, this is the one. No, this guy is not the one actually. Okay. Yeah, I can find that link and I'll share that link, and we'll work with a different one. I don't want to waste time. Cloudformation stack to provision lambda function, maybe. Provision lambda function. Example, maybe. Again. Lambda function with AWS. No, not that one actually. Cloudformation stack to create EC2. We'll just create EC2 instance. Okay. And let's see, we will get the code or whatever. So you can write lambda function in a YAML format, and I'll tell you what is YAML format. Okay. What is the text file? The text file will ends with a .txt, right? The document file, the docs file ends with a .docs or whatever, right? The Java file ends with a .java, or Python file ends with a .py, right? Same like that, the YAML file ends with a YAML, basically .yaml. So you can write the lambda function, not lambda. You can write the CloudFormation stack in YAML format, YAML format, or in JSON format, and we'll discuss what is YAML and what is JSON. Okay. EC2 instance with an EBS device mapping. Okay. This is the EC2 instance that I'm going to use. For example, you see that? So the JSON version is nothing. I'll show you. It's very simple. Okay. And let's copy this code. The whole code. I'm copying this whole code. So in order to create EC2 instance, what we need to provide? We need to provide AMI that we will choose on our, in the first step, right? Choose an AMI, and we need to provide the key name, right? And you need to provide the security group, and you need to provide the, what is that, VPC. You need to provide all those details in order to create an instance, right? And I should have find this code before the class starts, but I didn't get a chance. I'm so sorry. Cloudformation stack. Okay, we will use a sample stack from the AWS only. Yeah, I will find those links and I'll send it to you. Okay, but we will use a sample links. Let's go to CloudFormation dashboard, and this is the CloudFormation dashboard. Do you have a stack? Wow. Okay. Let's see what I have in the stack. Okay. Yeah, I can take a look. So this is the CloudFormation stack. CloudFormation dashboard, like EC2 dashboard, like IAM dashboard, and like lambda dashboard. And this is the CloudFormation dashboard. And stack is nothing but the infrastructure. What infrastructure means, let's say you creating like instance, EBS volumes, or you creating IAM user, you creating all those details. Whatever you are provisioning, it is infrastructure provisioning. I want a 10 servers and 5 EBS volumes and one IAM user and things like that. You can write simple CloudFormation stack, and you can create a stack, and it is gonna create the infrastructure with the 5 EC2 instances, 5 EBS volumes, or 1 IAM user, whatever the requirement that you need. Okay, and we will create a sample stack. The sample CloudFormation stack will be provided by AWS. We are going to download that file. Actually, I would want to show you the different files, or like simple files, but we'll start with this, and I can look for those files. So when you navigate here, right, create stack, you will see the template is ready. Okay. For example, you write the code. For example, I write the code. Code is nothing but don't take it as a code. Is this code actually? You see that? Is this code? Is this code? No, right? Is this code? You see that? So my EC2 instance, this is the type. That's the only thing that you need to remember. You see that? And the fourth line, you need to provide that AMI, key name, and volume, and termination and delete and termination false, and volume size 20, and device name, all those things, just human readable line by line. If anybody asks me to create an instance, I would copy from here, and I would replace this AMI with my AMI, and I would replace this key with my key. And in addition to this, I would like to add security group and a subnet group, all those things. But we will get that sample template in AWS, right? And if I have that file, okay, for example, let me create that file. Actually, let me go here, okay, and vim ec2.yaml. Like I said, the CloudFormation stack will be written either JSON or YAML. Okay, either JSON or YAML, and YAML will ends with a .yaml, and a JSON will ends with a easy like a .json. Okay, and we will use YAML. Okay, and let's just paste that code that we did copy. Okay, you see the color, and just save it. Vim ec2.yaml. Okay, and this is the YAML file, simple human readable YAML file. Let me open the same file in you guys have Microsoft Visual Studio? No, we will install that what? I think I should have installed that Microsoft Visual Studio as well, but tomorrow I'll show you that. Okay, and let's go to our topic actually. So if you have your template is ready, right, you can upload the file from your computer, or you can upload the file. You can provide that GitHub URL, not GitHub actually, S3 URL. Remember, we added objects to S3. Objects is nothing but files or folders, and in the S3 GUI, copy that, you copy that file location, right? And you provide that URL here, and you can create it. Right now, we don't have any template ready. We are going to use sample template. Okay. And if I click on here, you see that they have a LAMP stack, Ruby on Rails, WordPress. They have a lot of sample, CloudFormation stacks, and we will use this lamb stack. Lamb stack is nothing but Linux, Apache. Apache is a build server, and MySQL database, and a PHP is a web server. Okay, we'll just use simple that lamb stack, and this is where they have that file actually. You see that? If I click on that view in designer,
Vishnu, can you repeat it again? Linux, Apache?
MySQL and a PHP. PHP is the web server, and MySQL is the database, and Linux is the operating system, and Apache is the build tool. Okay, you see that? So I have that whole code here. This is a JSON. If I click on the YAML, let's copy this. I think I should have a Visual Studio Code editor. Let me find it. Yeah, right here I have it. I'll just add new file. Open a new folder. I don't need to add new folder actually. File, new file. Okay, I'm going to paste the whole code here. Okay, I'm going to use save as a. If I click on that, save as a lamb.pyml, for example. Okay, and I don't want to use inside this business documents. I want to use the different folder. Okay, you see that the color of this code has been changed. Okay, so don't worry about, you don't need to remember the code. I did not remember any of this code. Okay, all I did just copy that code from there. You see that this code has instance types and everything, instance type and AMI types. What are the AMIs available? What are the instance types available? What are the security groups available? All those details. Okay, this is the, so these are the allowed values and things like that. This is the YAML format. YAML format is just line by line human readable code. Line by line human readable, you can call it as a code or just lines, whatever lines. Okay, JSON is, I'll show you JSON in the AWS console. JSON is, it will start with the open bracket and all the way down it will end with the open bracket, and each section will be inside a bracket, actually open bracket and close bracket. But I'm very comfortable by writing YAML, and so do you guys also very comfortable just writing YAML. Don't worry about JSON. If you miss
Vishnu, I have doubt. What is JSON and YAML? It's code provided by them.
So those two are the file types, basically. File types in the sense text file, right? For example, let's say there is a text file. Text file ends with a .txt, right? And the Java file ends with a .java. Python file ends with a .py, right? Shell file ends with a. Remember we create a file with a run.sh. That means that is a file which ends with a .sh. Same that way. And some configuration management tools like a Cloudformation, Ansible, and some other tools, Terraform. They are in the they are in the market right now. They use either JSON or YAML syntax. Okay, Cloudformation use either JSON or YAML syntax, but some configuration tools they only use YAML. Okay, YAML is nothing but you need to create a file with a .yaml extension. If you're using YAML syntax, right, you need to create a file with a .yaml extension. Okay. Did I answer your question, Rani?
Yeah, got it.
Okay. So let's go here. Now the code is coming from this S3 bucket, right? Okay. The code is coming from that S3 bucket. Let's go next. And I need to provide the stack name. I can give simple lamb stack, whatever, or I can give dev batch. Okay. These are the parameters, like, all those values. Remember, we provide all the instance types. These are the allowed instance types and everything, right? And so this is asking for, the parameters that are provided inside that, inside that script, basically. But the password for MySQL database, do we have any password? No, right? Okay, let's find for password. Okay, it is asking us to provide the password actually. So yeah, let's provide some password. Okay, password and the DB root password. You need to provide the password. That's what it is saying. Password and the DB username. My DB username. Okay, let's use a DB user. Same. DB user. Instance type t2.micro, that is fine. t2.small or t2. Minimum they need t2.small or whatever. Okay, I'm going to use the, you see that I have two keys right here. One is the baseline key and the next. If I want to use any IAM role or things like that, I can select, or if I want to add a tag, I can select that tag as well. Okay, but I am good with this, and let's go ahead and create a stack. Okay, yeah, that is fine. Just to review, this is just a review, and create a stack. Okay, so the parameter is failed. You see that what is failing? The parameter DB password failed to satisfy the constraints. Must contain only alphanumeric characters. Okay, must contain only alphanumeric characters. Let's go here. It should be a string. Allowed pattern A to Z, capital A to capital Z, 0 to 9. That means numbers and characters only, not like a special characters. That's what I used, one special character, but it is not taking that. Okay, are you guys getting me? Are you guys following? Let's go here. Let's change it again. Okay, so the DB password is okay. And click next. And I would just like to create a stack. Create a stack. You see that creation is in progress. Basically, creation is in progress, but I would want to delete this stack actually. I'm not sure what this stack is. Who created this stack? Since while it's in progress, right? while this is in progress, and let me go and explain the script actually. Okay. So this is the template version. This is the default value. They have template version 2010. This is the release date or whatever. This is the default value for that. And this is a sample description. You see that they write the description. You could have anything that you want. It's just a description. Okay. And we have a sample template version. Format version is a first line. Then you can have a description or you cannot have a description. It's not mandatory. It's just a description for your stack. Okay. Parameters. Remember the parameters. What parameters we provide? We provide key. Key means like, a key name. Whatever, when we provision a server, we provide the key name, right? That's what it is looking for. Key name and database. Database. In this LAMP stack, this will creating database as well. MySQL database. So what is the username for your database or things like that, for example. And the database password. And this is the instance type. These are the all allowed values. When you create instance from the console, right? What you will see? You will see, number of types of instances, and you can pick T2.micro, right? And these are all allowed values. Okay. And you could pick whatever you want. I just left it the default T2.small, but you could choose whatever instance type that you want. Okay. And this SSH, remember our security group allowed all SSH connections, right? SSH from anybody. That's what I left it there. Okay. And this is the, the instance hardware. We never discussed that. When we are saying that we are creating a virtual computer, that means the computer should have a hypervisor. Hypervisor is nothing but it's a physical server only. But the physical server is sitting in whatever the region that we are launching that server. It's not a cloud actually. People call cloud, but it's not a cloud. It's AWS data center. Where is it? It's in US East region. And this is the hypervisor is nothing but hardware for the cloud. Just letting you know. You don't need to know all those details. When you pick this instance type, and this is the hypervisor. This one, this is the hypervisor. This one, this is the hypervisor. Basically, all of them have the same hypervisor. That means the physical device. Hypervisor is nothing but physical device. Am I right, Naresh? Hypervisor is nothing but physical device only?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah. So, and these are all instance type. That means it's a physical servers for AWS, but for us, it's a virtual servers. Okay. And these are the AMI types. You see that if you're using, region, if you're using AF South 1, and this is the AMI. AP East 1, this is the AMI. And this is if you are basically what's happening is if you are launching this LAMP stack in India, somewhere in India, maybe Mumbai data center, right? And for example, Mumbai data center is nothing but MV South 1, for example. So this is the AMI, the stack is going to pick things like that. Okay. And the resources. What are the resources? Install and configure. What it is installing using yum. You see that? What when we install packages, right? What command that we use? We use yum, right? And this is an Amazon Linux server, right? Whatever the server that we are launching, this AMI is Amazon Linux, right? And
Vishnu, I'm not able to see your system, your screen.
see my system because you from your phone.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we will discuss, Rani. Okay, or I'll have someone to discuss with you. But yeah, is everybody see my, my screen?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's visible.
Yeah. So when we install any package on Linux, what command we use? We use yum, right?
Got it.
And the install yum packages. So these are the packages should be installed in order to provision LAMP stack. That's what it means. I'm not explaining the LAMP stack. I'm trying to explain how the CloudFormation stack works. I did not write single piece of this code. I have got the whole code from AWS. If my manager will ask me to create an instance, right? What I would do, I would replace this AMI with my AMI, whatever the AMI that I will be given. Okay, I will replace the security group, or I will replace the region, I will replace all those details, but I'm going to use the same template. Just letting you know. Okay, you need to know what exactly happening in order to make changes. And you see that files, it is going to create these files index.php and add HTML content. You see that content? What is the content? HTML content. You see that? So the HTML content is nothing but it's just a web. PHP is a web server like Apache, and PHP is also a web server. Okay, this is HTML content, and I don't know how to write HTML content, and you don't even have to know because we are not a front-end developers. And you see that owner mode. What they are doing is they are inserting this HTML content to this file. Okay, when they are inserting this HTML content to this file, they are assigning some permissions. This DB user and this DB password, those details are coming from me, right? When we create a stack, what happened? We need to provide those values. Even if you want to have those values here, you can assign those values. But remember, we don't see the passwords. But if I write the password here, everybody can see. I don't want everybody to see my password. So I can provide the password as a user input. Things like that. Okay. And insert all this HTML content to that file. The file that I'm creating, this index.php, and I want to give specific permissions. You see that what permissions this means? This means 600. What permissions is this? Can someone tell me 600? What permissions?
Read and write.
Right.
Read and write to who? Read and write permissions to who?
Group. User.
Reason, right? So this is, so these three, right? These three, right? These three characters, the first letter belongs to the owner. The second letter belongs to the owner group. And the third letter belongs to the everybody. This is the owner permissions. Who is the owner? Apache is the owner. They are providing the owner as well. Who is the group? Apache is the group. The owner only will have a read and write permissions, not even group. Group doesn't have any. That means this HTML file, only owner can change that HTML file. Okay. If the server has been created, we will log into the server. We will log into this AWS instance and we will verify this HTML content, whether this HTML content exists or not. Okay. And creating database, this database name referring from the top, all this I refer, right? Define the parameters here and refer those values here. That I refer means. This I refer means define the parameters there. If you don't define the value, you are going to prompt for that value when you create the stack. Okay. And if you're running as a root, you see that run as a root, and even the owner should have only readable permissions, read, write, execute, right? Owner is the root. What this guy is doing, this guy is creating this cfn auto reload configuration file and adding this data to this configuration file. While he is doing that, he'll be doing as a root user, okay? And this file should have only readable permissions to the root user as well. Okay, so basically he could change it, but this user should have only readable permissions. That's what he's looking for. Okay, and these are the services that is initializing. You don't need to remember all these things, but just for your basic idea and things like that. So this is the Cloudformation stack. Even if I do, this is something, the security group, you see that web server security group, this is the security group is coming, okay? And this is HTTP, web server URL, HTTP, and things like that. So just for your understanding, I did not write single piece of this code. Who implemented this feature? AWS. They should tell us how to use it. The whole IT is the same. If anybody implementing any service, they should tell us how to use it, and we are just using it. Okay, it's good if you implement a custom script or whatever, which is good, but as a beginner, we need to know what exactly it is doing, and we need to know how we can modify. It's not going to be a one day. Even if anybody asks me to provision a server, write a Cloudformation stack, I'm going to take a week to modify this, just to add those details and things like that, just to giving you an example and things like that. Okay, and let's check our Cloudformation stack. Any questions so far? A lot of questions, right?
Vishnu, where did you get this all Cloudformation stack, Vishnu? I didn't get.
Yeah,
Where did you get?
Yeah, they have a sample Cloudformation stacks actually in the AWS. They have a sample Cloudformation stacks actually. So if I go to here, right, stack, okay, and create a new stack, okay, with new resources or whatever, you see that template is ready. If I do have my own template, right, I can upload the file, or I'll have that file in S3. Remember we added copies files to S3 yesterday. We provided that S3 URL to copy the file to local and things like that, right? Provide that S3 bucket URL here, and then next create a stack. And if I don't have any stack for this, I thought I could have that stack to create lambda function, but I couldn't able to get it. But I'm using the sample template for this class actually. Okay, and when I click on that sample template, right, and hey Vishnu, these are the sample templates that are available right now. What do you want to use it? That's the response from AWS, and I just use the first one since it's a sample. I just click on the first one, okay, and this is the S3 URL. Hey, if you want to use this lamp stack, and this is the URL. This is the where this file is, and if I go click on next, and the database name, this is the default database name, which is provided in the script, inside the script, and the password, you should provide the password. They did not provide inside the script because nobody is going to provide the password inside the script. Okay, and
Can you change the database name here, or you have to change in the script, Vishnu?
It's based on the requirement. Let's go here, right? Let's go and just do database.
And before that, you were searching in VB and all, right? You didn't get all this code from. You didn't get these codes from them, from that, right?
Yeah. So the create a database, right? You see that this guy is creating a database, right? And this guy is referring the database name. Refer the DB name. So the create database, refer the DB name. Let's go all the way up. Okay. And let's look for the DB name, because he is defining the values 1 plus, and he is referring that values wherever he is using them. And yeah, this is the DB user. This is the DB name. By default, my database. I can change it if I provide the value, right? If I provide different database value here, it is going to be whatever the database name that I will provide my fib database. Fib database. It is going to replace the default value with whatever the user input. Okay, because I did implement the script, right? And the team that I'm working, they have the name called database DB database name. But the same script, the different team will work and they have their own names, right? All they do, just come here, change their user input and change their passwords and everything, and they use the same stack. They don't need to write any custom stack. They use the same stack to create infrastructure. Cloudformation is nothing but infrastructure as a code. Okay, infrastructure, we are building infrastructure with a code. That is the Cloudformation.
So Vishnu, in this they are using MySQL, right? What if I want to use any other database like MS SQL Server or Oracle? So can I change, or do I have to use another stack, create my own stack?
Yeah, you should create your own stack. So these are the only templates that are available with AWS for now. Okay, but if I want to use a Cloudformation stack, for example, Cloudformation stack to create Oracle database, for example, right? And how to create a Cloudformation stack Oracle blocks. Okay, let's go here, find out. Mostly 90%, you don't need to write any custom Cloudformation stack, as per my understanding. I've been working on this for good amount of time, but we can get the code from Google and everything, and we will use that just making changes only, just simple, just make some changes and things like that. But honestly, you don't need to write any code actually.
Okay, and where do we give the license information? Say if the tool which you're trying to put, like MS SQL Server, it's licensed, right?
Yeah, so those details, right? The IAM user, the whole details. For example, IAM user have access to create a database servers and database, database, Oracle database or RDS database, whatever it is, right? So when we provide all those details inside a script, we need to provide that, all the details inside a script basically. Since, for example, we are providing, what is that? The keys, right? Here we are providing, what is that? Key, right? Like, key name. We provide the AWS keys, right? In order to provision the server. Same things like that. We will define the, basically variables here and refer the values, and you could provide user input and things like that based on the requirement actually.
Okay.
Does that make sense, Naresh?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Any other questions from anybody? Okay. Let's go to, if not, we will discuss actually. We will get questions when you guys work. But if, let's go to our, in this stack, I had a T2 small instance, right? Let's go to EC2 and we will check for those files as well. Okay. Is this hard? Anybody? Madhavi, is this a little bit hard?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you first time anybody tell me to cook some, very good mutton curry, it will be very hard to me as well, right? But after 10 times, 15 times, okay. Yeah, it's easy, things like that.
Yes.
This is the T2 small. Okay, let's go to connect and connect to the server. I did not create any EC2 instance. You guys know that, right? This tutorial small. Actually, the CloudFormation stack created this for us. Okay. Let's go to connect to the server. Just say yes. Okay. Sudo -i cd where www. Okay. Where www HTML. Right. Let's go to that folder. You see that index.php. We did not create this file here. Okay. And let's see the content index.php. You see that this is all the HTML file. Okay. This is the HTML file. That means this is a web application. Let's see what we will see. Let's go here. Okay. Let's click on this DNS. Do we get anything? Okay. You see that? So welcome to the AWS CloudFormation PHP sample. Okay. This is the instance ID. This is the server ID. And this is the this is all information that is inside that inside that sample index.php file. Okay. Are you guys with me?
Yep.
Are we good? So we deployed a sample web application using CloudFormation stack. What we did create an instance. We did install, MySQL, Apache, and we did, deploy the sample HTML web application. Just simple single step, just like that. If I want to deploy the same application, all I need to do, I don't need to go to nowhere. All I need to do, just, create a stack and build a stack. Okay. Let me stop recording and we will discuss the doubts and everything.